class, Mr. Hendrickson here. I just wanted to give you some advice on things to focus on as we get started this semester. And these are the things that you want to focus on to keep in mind in order to be successful in the class. Now, as each week gets started, I'll begin posting material for you to study in Blackboard. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to post those things than others. So on a normal week, when we don't have a holiday on a Monday, begin posting on Monday, but sometimes things come up and my schedule can be a little fragmented, and sometimes I don't get everything posted at once. So it may carry into that afternoon. Sometimes I'll be posting the very last bits on a Tuesday. So the first and second day of that week, I'll be posting things. And if you check in early in the week, just make sure you check back to make sure that you have seen everything. Make sure that you look at all the content that I post. I think that's really important. Some things may be videos. I may ask you to watch a video. Please make sure that you watch that video in its entirety. Make sure that you take notes. A lot of those will be studies on a specific artist, or maybe a study about a specific work of art. And usually they're related to an assignment. So what you might do is to read the assignment questions first, and then watch the video, take some notes, and then respond to the assignment. Make sure you follow those specific assignment instructions. And if I'm asking you to research an artist or a specific work of art, you're welcome to look at other sources besides what I've posted. Just make sure that whatever you are typing up as your response is your own work. If you're just simply copying and pasting something from another website or another source, and I kind of figure that out, if that happens, then I'm going to assign a 0. So please don't do that. You're welcome to use other sources. If you want to pull a quote from somewhere, make sure that you put that in quotations and make sure you provide that source. And don't ask for a detailed works cited page or anything like that. I just ask that you provide some documentation so that I know that this is your work and maybe this is a quote from somewhere else. But a majority of your response needs to be your work. So if it's 75% from another source, then that's not really going to work either. When I read your assignment responses, if it's typed out, what I'm looking for is that you're answering the questions. And I need to get a feel or a sense that you have studied that material. So one key thing that I kind of look for a response in my mind as I'm reading these assignments is, oh yes, okay, that student has studied that material. So that kind of needs to be obvious in your response. In other words, make sure you provide some details about what was in the video or what was in the material that I asked you to study. Usually for a week we'll have 2 assignments, and the assignments are worth 20 points each. There may be an exception where we just have 1 assignment. It may be a slightly larger assignment, and if we just have 1, it'll be worth 40 points. So make sure that you are completing 40 points of work for that week in either 1 or 2 assignments. Sometimes it's easy to overlook something within each week, and I post it on the left-hand side of the screen. It should be over here in a tab, so it'll say week 2 or 3 or 4. So you click on that to access all the material. Sometimes I have just a few links. Other weeks I may have a lot of links. And make sure that you scroll down on the web page just to make sure that you're not missing anything, especially if it's an assignment. So we may have a written assignment as one, and maybe a quiz about a chapter as the other. One thing about an online course is that it's a lot of kind of independent study. I'm posting things to help you get started, but a lot of it is your initiative to look into that material. And so if I assign a chapter in the book, make sure you read that chapter in its entirety. Now I may tell you in a video to focus on this section or that section, so you know that those things are most important, but make sure you read everything. Focus on those bold letter words in italics. Look at the works of art in the chapter. Make sure that you get a comprehensive view of that chapter in the book. And so we may take a quiz, say if it's on painting, the painting chapter. Maybe here's a quiz as one assignment based on those types of painting. So we'll go through a couple of weeks of material, and then we'll take an exam. The exam is, just as an estimate, roughly 50 questions, and it'll be usually true, false, multiple choice. Maybe there'll be a few short answer. Some of them may be like artist identification. So we'll study several artists between tests, and one question on the test may be an image, and I ask you to identify the artist in the image or the work of art in the image. Who made this painting? And you have to tell me the answer, or maybe pick the answer from multiple choice. All of that will come from the material that we study throughout those weeks. So as long as you are really studying that material, then the artists on the exam, the material on the exam will not be a surprise. It'll be things that you have reviewed, things that you have studied. Now the exams, you'll have just about an entire week to complete an exam. Don't wait till the last minute, and make sure that you're prepared. There is a time limit for the exams, so you need to be studying leading up to the exam. If you're not studying at all, then you go to take the exam, chances are you will run out of time. Once the exam is complete, then it is complete. Once that final grade has been transmitted, then it is finalized. However, if you are trying to complete the exam early on in the week and you run into technology problems, contact me as soon as you can, and I'll try to work with you to get that resolved. If it's some kind of computer error, then I'll do the best I can to work with you to get that situation figured out. So in other words, try not to wait till the last minute to complete that exam. So the course focuses on the assignments, the exams, and then also try to give you some bonus opportunities to complete. Some of you have already completed one, and there'll be others posted throughout the semester. I'll try to get the list of bonus works posted soon, and it's a predetermined list of places that you can go, museums or other places, to see works of art. And all that I ask you to do is that you go and visit the museum or the place, enjoy it, take a picture in front of that work of art that I specifically point out, or maybe if it's a house, if you're studying some architecture, send that to me to earn the extra points. So all I'm asking you to do is really just to enjoy the art, and that's the extra work, enjoying that art. Make sure the picture is authentic. No photoshopped pictures are accepted or allowed, and if you're transmitting that to me, then I won't accept any other bonus assignments for the semester. So that's really important. But if you have difficulty traveling, if that's an issue for you, then I do try to post other things throughout the semester. So just keep in mind that I can't tailor bonus assignments specifically to this student or that student. I try to offer a variety of things, and I hope that everybody can take advantage of that. So those are really the main components of the course. If you do all those things, chances are you'll be successful in the class. And I hope that you'll enjoy the class. I hope it'll surprise you. I hope you'll discover things that you never knew about, or maybe you find out more things about things that you've heard about, say like the Mona Lisa. So just to complete this video here, just make sure that you're checking in at least twice a week, just to make sure that you're seeing any new announcements, perhaps any changes to schedule, catching new content. A lot of times I'll see things throughout the week, news stories about art, and so I post those just sort of as I see them. So I would check early in the week and then towards the end of the week, just to make sure that you're seeing everything. If you ever have any questions, you're welcome to call me in my office. If I'm there, I'll certainly answer. But probably the best way to get in touch with me is through email, because I do travel between campuses, so I'm not always in my office. I'm teaching in a variety of places. So I'll get back to you there. Remember, as it says on the syllabus, give me about 24 hours to respond, or over the weekend to get back to you. If you don't hear back from me, then let me know, because I may have overlooked it. Perhaps it went to my